This is Tom at Tall Clover Farm. It is Sunday, September 9th, 2012. And I'll give you a little garden tour. Last time we were there is about a month ago, and you can see the difference. This is the view down as you walk down toward my garden. There's this magnificent maple tree. It's been here about as long as the house, probably planted around 1888. It's just one of my favorite things. The tree creates this magnificent canopy that pretty much shades my house for most of the summer. It's also the entrance into my garden, which is of course surrounded by a deer fence, because if you don't have one, you don't have anything to eat. The deer do, you don't. So the last couple days, I've been wondering what's been eating my beans. Like what creature? Rat, squirrel, raccoon? No, it's Boz, and that is the face of guilt. Buddy, what's going on? You want a bean? He he goes for the low bean, and then he chews on it. I started giving them diet food of like kale stems and green beans, and apparently they like it. They like it enough to forage through my garden. And then right here, Miss Gracie will go, "Hey, what's for lunch? What's for dinner? What are we eating? I'm gonna have some too." And she, I'm sure, will join him. Alright, as you can see in early September, it is dry as a bone here. We haven't had rain for, I think, 48 days, maybe 46, 7. We are going to break a record. So this is the garden. I need to water all this stuff. The kale is kind of kaput, but what I'll do is I'll cut it back. I'll cut it back to about a nubbin, you know, about here, and then it'll send out new shoots. Onions are great. They're still going strong. You just sort of pull them apart and they keep replenishing themselves. Arugula's is going sayonara, but it'll be back too when we get our fall rains. Those are those Vortex beans, which I'm going to let the bottom rungs dry if the dogs don't eat them all, and then use those for dry beans, and I just keep picking the tops. Then we've got the zinnia row, which is a great cut flower. It's just like a blast of summer in a vase. These are the oats, our labor-intensive project. Tomatoes are all over the place. Tomatillo's happy here. Crookneck squash, great crop of those. This is corn, which is a flint corn, which I mentioned is for polenta or grain, and I've really had to kind of pour the water on it. It doesn't like dry. If you can see over there my ladder, I attached my sprinkler to the ladder with a bungee cord and water the garden and move the ladder because it gives it a higher elevation and a more efficient spreading of the water. And then I hand water my orchard, which is ridiculous, but I do that. These are the squash, the super awesome, wonderful squash. Ironically, the uglier look, or the, apologies, the less vigorous vines probably have more fruit on them. There's a lesson to you. Too much manure, not always a good thing. Sunflowers, which I save the seeds for. Dahlias are waning. This is, and this is a fence that I put around. It's electric poultry fence. It's not electric now because for some reason I cannot seem to figure out how to do it without shorting it out. But I have a friend coming over to help me. It's going to keep the raccoons out of the corn. It's been a good year. It's been a good summer. Next year, mark my words, I will figure out an irrigation system because you certainly need it here in the Northwest in the summer. Here's my beautiful madrona trees. There are two of them right together. And that is my tour of the vegetable garden. So I hope you enjoyed the tour. I believe you can still hear Boz and Gracie chomping on green beans. I should stop them because I think I will pay a high price for that gorging later. So It was great to show you my garden. I hope you enjoyed it. Tom from Tall Clover Farm. Bye.